Welcome back to the Java playlist. This video we are going to go over file input and output. So let's get started. The first thing I did was actually import a scanner, and then this next library is the input-output library. This asterisk here just indicates that we're importing all classes from that library. As you see here, for util, there are lots of utilities. We only imported the scanner, but this star here means that we're importing all of them. So first thing we're going to do is declare our variables. Now I'll just explain this. So when we're doing input and output, we're going to be writing a file from our program. So it's going to be a text file. Now for Java, we need to give it a file name to start with. So let's just do leafs.txt. And this file name will be passing to something later, which actually creates and opens the files and connects the program to the file. And then we're able to print to that file afterwards. But for now, just look at it that way. So for this, we're going to write down, I guess, lists of players that are on the Maple Leaf. So int num players. I'm going to try to include a couple concepts that we've gone over before in the last video, which is the for loop, and then also the scanner. So string player name. So now we have to give him a prompt. System.out.println. How many players would you like to print to write to text doc? And here we will let the user enter it. So, we first have to declare our scanner. So scanner keyboard equals new scanner system.in, and then we can move down here and do keyboard.next int. We got a num players equals. So once they enter that, we're actually going to be doing something a little weird, but you're just going to have to trust me on that. We're actually going to consume the new line. When you're dealing with these IO things, I'm going to show you later that there are some wacky sort of things that we haven't covered yet, but you'll just have to trust me that we'll go over them in future videos, because they are important in Java throughout, but it's worth dedicating full time to what they are. You'll see later they're called exceptions. And when dealing with certain classes, there's a way to do it. But this is such an easy concept that like you kind of want to know how to write to a text file, read from a text file. So we're going to cover this topic, and you'll just have to sort of understand that when using this, you're going to need these small little snippets that are related to these concepts, but you'll get a full understanding of them later on. For now, it's kind of like how we declare our main method. Like I'll show you later how this string args is actually used in terms of number of arguments passed to the main method. But for now, just go with it. So we have the number of players that the user wants to print out. Next thing we're going to do is write the file, or open the file and make it available to pass information to. So there's a class in the IO called file writer, and we'll just give it a common name that you do when opening these is fwriter, new file writer, and here is where you pass in the file name. Now, what this does is it opens a file in the memory, and it tells you that like the program is connected, and it can now accept input into that file from what you end up entering. So, oh shit. The next thing we're going to do is do that is something called a Printwriter. Oh, sorry, it's early in the morning. I'm kind of tired. Not that early. And we're going to give it like a simple name output file equals new print writer. And here you actually pass the F writer. So this is opening and connecting, and this is actually printing to the file using what is the F writer. So these two connect to each other based on this passing of the F writer. The reason we have a error here is file writer and print writer are type of class that throw exceptions, and we'll get in depth on exceptions and throws and all that sort of stuff. But for now, it's basically it shows the program that something unexpected has happened, like a unexpected event, and it says to the program like you have to deal with this. It's like a signal. You have to deal with this before you can continue. And for now, we're going to go into exceptions later, like I've said, but for now, just trust me on this. When you declare your main method, so the main method sees that there's an exception. It's like, okay, I need to do something about this, because these two classes are able to throw exceptions. So we're going to actually give the main method the ability to throw exceptions. And there's a type of exception here, which is an IO exception. Did I spell that right? Oh, I think. Okay. Now, once we've completed that, we're going to be writing to the file. And this is basically where it comes in, that we end up giving the file some content. So to get the data into the file, we're just going to be using what we learned last time. It's a for loop. The for loop is great for a set amount of operations that you want to do, and it just keeps reiterating. So for int I equals 1, I less than or equal to num player. So we're passing in the number that the user has given us of how many players that they want to write, and then we're just going to do I plus plus with the incrementer. Now we come down here and we give them a prompt. Please enter a player name. And we will then take that name in, and it will be the next line. Sorry, we're using the scanner again. It will be keyboard dot next line equals, what am I writing here? Oh, player name. And then to write to the file, we use a method um, called output file dot print line. Same sort of deal as writing a regular print line. And we input player name. So this loop is just going to reiterate for how many players the person wants to print out, and then it's going to exit the loop, and then we have to close the file. So output file dot close. And we'll just give like a confirmation that this has all been written. There is no errors. Oh, so we can go ahead and give this a try. Just cleaning this up a bit. And why is that? Okay, let's give it a try. How many would you like? 3. Please enter player name. Matthews, Marner, Nylander. File written. So we can see, so it's going to be in your workspace folder. Already opened up this. So yeah, we have right here leafs.txt, and we can see here that Matthews, Marner, Nylander have printed to the text and given us a file of leafs.txt. It's in your workspace and in your project that you've named, and you'll see here. So that's how you write a file to text from Java. If actually we'll go over reading documents in the next video, but for now, yeah, I hope you have taken something away from this video. A little groggy, but I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.